The offseason brought drastic change for Tampa Bay Damage, who took second to champs Houston Heat at the World Cup. They lost stars Justin Rabikoff, Dave Baines, and Alex Goldman, as well as longtime coach Paul Richards. But Damage still has an amazing roster with depth in every position, so as long as their current roster executes their level of talent, they shouldn't feel those hits. Kevin S.K. Brettauer comes over from the LA Ironmen to take over the coaching position and brings the versatile Rainey Stanczyk with him, who could be a big contributor. And the combined might of All-Stars Chad Boucher, Dan Holiday, and the thoroughly amazing MVP Jason Edwards should be enough offense to put wins on the board. Also, the return of Brian Smith, who's back from a brief retirement, should bolster their attack on the Snake side. Overall, Damage looks as strong as they ever have, and they're a big favorite to win events this season. It's a crucial year for the best team ever to play the game. With 55 tournament wins over the past 12 years, San Diego Dynasty is simply the most successful team in paintball. But 2012 was not their year. This season brings a few significant roster changes as they picked up Kyle Spica and Brandon Short from the LA Ironmen, as well as Tyler Harmon from Excessive. Brandon Short had been on fire in practice leading up to the event but broke his hand and will be out for 6 to 10 weeks. Dynasty needs a solid front player on that Snake side, and both Spica and Harmon can fill that hole. They still have a deep roster filled with all-stars. Oliver Lang, Yosh Rao, and Alex Frazee are literally living legends, players who helped invent aggressive paintball. And Ryan Greenspan is coming off one of his best years ever and is on every coach's shortlist as one of the best players of 2012. Dynasty is very motivated to get back to the top tier of the league this season. We have all been waiting for the finals of the first event of the 2013 PSP season. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Todd Martinez and Chris Asoya, and here it is, San Diego Dynasty. They're taking on Tampa Bay Damage. Man, can't wait to watch this game. Two legendary teams about to throw down to see who's going to win the first event of the year. First up, let's check out our sponsors for the year. Got to give a big shout out to GI Sports, Empire Paintball. And without these people, none of this is possible. DLX, these are the major sponsors for the PSP. Again, let them know you appreciate their support of the league. Die, Planet Eclipse, and also HK Army. So, man, this is going to be a completely ridiculous game. And again, our sponsors, a special thanks to them. None of this is possible without their support. So, the story of this tournament so far. Who's playing hotter? Dynasty. Who's playing better? Probably Damage if you look at the entire tournament, but it's a toss-up. So here we go, start of the game. You're looking at Tampa Bay Damage on your screen right now as they dig out. And it looks like they are able. No, they lose a body off the break as it looks like Brian Smith, who's been stomping people so far this event, he dies, and Dynasty 5 alive for them.
And I agree with that. Dynasty, hey, let's shoot Brian Smith. He is wrecking shop right now. What am I going to do? Shoot Brian Smith.
Yeah, absolutely. So they key up on him. That was a very smart, intelligent decision on their part, and then they're able to get a player in the Snake, and it is veteran Alex Frazee first in the Snake.
Yeah, Alex Frazee, and he's got help behind him. Ryan Greenspan, who's just been dominating for Dynasty out there, and Kyle Spica in the corner. Referee calling for a check on Keith Brown and Dorito 2. There's Timmy Probst on your screen right now. You can see the setup. There's Keith Brown at the top in the Dorito 2. Jason Edwards behind him. Chad Bouger in that can, and Timmy Probst working the Snake over here. Going to have to get some help from the Dorito side as he lost Brian Smith.
How crucial is this first point, Matty?
Oh, it's so crucial, man. Momentum in a finals match, it's important all the time, but particularly when you're Dynasty and you're playing as hot as they are, and if you're Damaged, you want to come in and you want to send a message to Dynasty, and look at that. They shoot Dalton Vanderbilt, one of the best players on Dynasty and one of their best attackers on that Dorito side. He comes off early, so they really don't have as good of attack over there without Dalton. Let's see if they can get somebody else in position. Both teams playing with 4 bodies right now.
Yeah, Dalton, he's been really aggressive on that side over there for them, but being able to back him up with Glenn Takamoto in that Dorito 1's been really good for them. So Glenn Takamoto now in that Dorito 1, trying to work that side of the field for Dynasty. Alex Frage turns the corner, and he crawls into the 50 snake, and he is going to try and get a shot across the field. Keith Brown bumped into the Dorito 3.
Yeah, and the battle right now, Frage is staying as low as he possibly can because across the field, Damage has a player in the 45-yard line, Dorito right there.
Yeah, you know, and like you said, Todd, like Alex Frage needs to get up the field. We talked about this early. Get up the field and get the cross shots field. Get the cross field shots. Now, with Ryan Greenspan behind him, you know, Keith has got to jump in. I guarantee you he's going to be in the 50 Dorito in a minute or two.
Well, the referee just got in there and checked him out. Let's look at from the D-side cam. There he is, Keith Brown, who is in there for Tampa Bay Damage, number 17, on that Dorito side of the field. He's been one of their consistent attackers at this event, and they're getting him out there to get reps as one of the starting 5. So that's a big opportunity for Keith Brown. Let's see if he can contribute for Tampa Bay Damage. No score and 4 players left alive for both teams.
Yeah, and Chad Bougere over there just tucked in, trying to protect his Dorito side players. Here's Timmy Probst doing his best to stay alive and keep the Dynasty players at bay. On the snake side as Alex Frage crawls around, and he is now kind of looking at Timmy Probst, but sitting there getting his bunker pounded from all over the field. There's an aerial view.
Yeah, and look at this. See, a little bit better field position as Tampa Bay Damage has Keith Brown right here at that 45-yard line, whereas on the flip side, Dynasty not as good field position as they are at that 30.
You know, and Ryan Greenspan filling in behind Alex Frage at Snake 1, right behind him. Now, look at how tight these guys are playing. This is top-level paintball right now. Super tight paintball, shooting your lanes, consistency, relaxing.
Well, nobody wants to be that player that makes the mistake and loses the tournament for their team. And especially with Dynasty in really good field position, on that snake side of the field, what that does is it's going to force Tampa at the top right-hand portion of your screen. On that right-hand side, they're going to be playing as tight as they possibly can. Look at the field position for Alex Frage right here. He's in really good field position in this snake, trying to get those cross-field shots. He's trying to get a shot on Timmy Probst. And look at Chad Bougere and also Keith Brown for Damage. Look how tight they're playing, Todd.
Yeah, they have to play this tight. These guys know this field really well by now, and Alex Frage finally comes up to that second plate on Damage's side of the field and gets a shot on Keith Brown.
You know, Keith Brown getting shot out of that Dorito side, that opens it up for Ryan Greenspan and Alex Frage to come down the snake, as you see, and also on your screen right now, stuck on both those bunkers. Now, Alex Frage is going to pinch those guys out, Matty.
But Chris, look at this. On the flip side, a little bit off screen, is Glenn Takamoto. He takes the walk. So right now, it's 3-on-3. Greenspan, Spica, and Frage left alive for Dynasty. And for Tampa Bay Damage, Jason Edwards, Timmy Probst, and Chad Bougere. Look at Ryan Greenspan, though. Whoa, gets that shot on Timmy Probst. So Ryan Greenspan and Kyle Spica stepping up actually shot Probst.
You know, and also Alex Frage taking the walk. Ryan Greenspan filling the hole for Alex Frage, getting up in the mix.
2-on-2 right now, guys. It's 2-on-2. And you're looking at Chad Bougere left alive on this snake side, and it's him and Ryan Greenspan duking it out here, locked in a gunfight. Greenspan playing absolutely off the chains at this event.
And look at picking up paintballs. You saw him right there, number 7 from Damage, picking up paintballs off the ground, Matty.
And if Greenspan, look at the move though. There's been a move on the Dorito side, and I don't know if Ryan Greenspan picked it up. And Ryan Greenspan drops the ball and ended up getting shot cross field. I don't know how he didn't pick up that move.
And Matty, you called that right there.
I'm not sure. Did Jason Edwards shoot Ryan?
Yeah, Jason Edwards shot. I think he shot him cross field.
So Kyle Spica, who was in the snake corner, bumps all the way over to the Dorito corner.
Yeah, but he doesn't see Chad Bougere making moves up the center. Now he picks him up, but he ends up catching one. So there goes Tampa Bay Damage, scoring the first point here in the finals. Wow. So,
Matty, that was a great call. Ryan Greenspan did not pick that up, got shot cross field by the Doritos.
Small mistakes and these little tiny things, Todd, that's what cost you at this level. And Dynasty played amazing point up to right the very end. And Tampa Bay able to absorb everything that Dynasty was bringing at them and then turn it around on a split-second notice. Nice job, Jason Edwards and Chad Bougere closing that point out. First point is going to go to Tampa Bay Damage. Awesome work.
And right there, Todd. Now, look, what do you think, Todd? Nick coming out. Let's look at the refs. These guys are on point. Leon Miller, number 1 head ref on the field.
Pro field referees, Leon Miller, all the rest of the crew out here working hard. This is the finals right here. We'll be back right after this commercial.
A&S Gear rocks the largest inventory of any paintball retailer. From our massive selection of guns to our endless supply of goggles, ansgear.com can supply your every paintball need. We have a large selection of paint in stock and the best loaders on the market. Our huge inventory of jerseys and pants ensures that we have sizes for all different types of players. Don't forget, we also carry the highest quality paintball tanks. With your choice of free shipping on orders over $100 to next day, Saturday, or international shipping options, you get the products you need sooner. Shop now at ansgear.com.
All right, we're in the pits for Tampa Bay Damage right now. There's Brian Smith on your screen. And Tampa Bay Damage scoring that first point. There's Jacob Edwards, and he's getting his boys ready to rock here. Let's look at this. Ryan Greenspan and Brian Smith, two of the best players for these two teams. And Brian Smith, man, he is having a great event. So is Ryan Greenspan. Greenspan, one of the reasons Dynasty's even in this match, along with Tyler Harmon, who's getting a spin right now, and Brian Smith coming back from retirement. Both these guys playing at full tilt right now, and we're going to watch this battle. Again, this game is brought to you by Prime Link Sports International. Go to primelinkonline.com, and if you're looking to build or grow a paintball business, whether it be a store, a field, or even a team, Prime Link, very best place you can start, and they can help you out getting anything you need anywhere in the world. All right, here we go on the split screen breakout. Tampa Bay Damage on the left, Dynasty on the right. Here goes a move there up to the center by Alex Frazee, and you're looking at Ryan Greenspan rolling his gun, trying to get a shot on. There it is, doubling up that. Oh, did he get it? Oh, I don't know, Todd. It's tough to double up that can right there.
It is, and when you lose your whole snake side, Ryan Greenspan just wraps the outside of that temple and can pinch out Jason Edwards. Two bodies left alive, Chad Bougere and Keith Brown. 4 Tampa Bay Damage still, but all bodies for Dynasty. Ryan Greenspan now going to crawl all the way down to the end of the snake for Dynasty. He's got Tyler Harmon and Alex Frazee with him. So a big body advantage. Yosh Rao on the field over there.
Oh, Ryan Greenspan all the way cross field.
That was a shot.
Oh, takes out Keith Brown and went to sleep.
Maddie, what a shot right there. Oh, and taking the last player out as well. Dynasty just taking it to him. 5 players alive, Maddie.
Wow, that was a dominant performance, that point, to get themselves back into this game and tie it up at 1 apiece with 13:04 left to go here. And it looked like Ryan Greenspan got 2 kills. Blake Yarber getting a spin. He's the rookie for them. He gets 2 kills. And Yosh Rao, always the consistent professional, also gets 1 himself. So, man, great job. There's Alex Frazee. He's the captain, man. He's one of the reasons Dynasty's still around. And we're going to be right back after this. So here we go. Check out this replay here. Ryan Greenspan able to get that shot cross field, and look at this. And incoming, bam! Woo,
That was
Keith Brown.
That was a shot.
And he was looking at it. He just didn't. He couldn't dodge it. So
Obviously, he was looking right at it.
yeah.
But hey, Ryan Greenspan is one of the best shots I actually know, without question.
Yeah. So nice job there to tie it up, and Ryan Greenspan, 3 confirmed kills for him, and it really is amazing that he's able to constantly, continually step it up and help his team stay in these tournaments. And that's why Ryan Greenspan's one of the best in the business. He's actually the runner-up in the People's Choice MVP Awards. The winner of that award is on Damage, and his name is Jason Edwards. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, and help us spread the paintball gospel. We're doing all we can over here at PBA to, give you guys all the insight behind these teams at every level. And we have ourselves a tie game. 10 seconds to go before the start of this next point here.
And you're looking at Damage on the screen right there. Going to send Brian Smith and Timmy Probst out here to the snake side. Chad Bougere, Jason Edwards, and Keith Brown at it again. Dynasty send out Greenspan, Lang, Spica, Takamoto, and Dalton.
And on the flip side, Tampa Bay Damage has Brown, Bougere, Smith, Edwards, and Probst. 5 players alive for both teams. You're looking at San Diego Dynasty on your screen right now. And I would just run Greenspan until the wheels fell off right now.
And Timmy Pro's taping one in the face, taking the walk on the field. On your screen out, that's Kyle Spica on the snake side of the field for Dynasty. 5 up on 4 to damage.
And he was a new pickup coming off the Ironman and performing very well for them in his first event on the team.
Absolutely. He was a powerhouse, but he was hot and cold. With these guys, he's playing really consistent, Matty.
Yeah, he is. And I think that's just the evolution of his game. He's starting to believe in his talent and believe in his timing, and it shows. So here we go. You're looking at damage on your screen. That's Chad Bouchier, one of the most dynamic players, best burst speed out there, and he's rolling his gun towards the snake side, and Ryan Greenspan comes off early, so Ryan Greenspan, the top killer for Dynasty, coming off. Chad Bouchier, already 5 confirmed kills, doing most of the killing for Tampa Bay damage. Jason Edwards with 1, but Brown's got 0, Smith 0, and Timmy Probe 0. So it's 4 on 4 right now.
But, as you say, another one taken on the side. I think that's Keith Brown taking the walk.
That is Keith Brown. However, Brian Smith is into the snake. You're looking at him squeegee his gun right now. And number 65 for Smith, he comes out of retirement to start again with Tampa Bay damage, and he's having a really good season so far as he's one of the standout players here in the Dallas Open.
You know, taking the snake too. Look at this. Kyle Spica going head-to-head. Watch him come over the top right here. He's going to Kyle Spica, I guarantee you, is going to trade out right now.
Kyle Spica needs to find out where he is, though. I don't think Kyle Spica knows where he is.
Kyle Spica is battling with the back corner and gets shot by the back corner right now, Matty.
Yeah,
number 7.
Spica should have just ran Smith down there if he had a chance. But look at this. I think that's all. Is that Oliver Lang or Dalton Vanderbilt?
All the way in the corner? Really?
Yeah, he makes a move all the way down that Dorito side, all the way onto Tampa Bay side of the field, so Smith has to turn around and deal with that body. And I think he got taken out. We'll see. The ref is in there checking out Smith. And but look, and then if I was going to say, they've got to finally be able to get a shot in on him.
Wow.
Because I'm not sure if that's Oliver. No.
I think it's Dalton Vanderbilt.
I think it is Dalton Vanderbilt. Dalton and Oliver have very similar swaggers out there. And now, it is Dalton Vanderbilt. So Dalton just putting the team on his back, that point, and able to get all the way down onto Tampa's side of the field.
And but Oliver's gun is down. It's been down the entire game. So Oliver's sitting here trying to at least draw some of Chad's attention, but Oliver hasn't had a gun his whole game. He's been sitting in that Dorito working on it.
He needs to get a little bit closer and at least have Chad start shooting at him. Nice job. So it doesn't even matter. Dalton Vanderbilt just handled it by himself. And Oliver grabs that flag and is going to run it in. So
that is teamwork right there. 4 kills right there by Dalton Vanderbilt. Feasting, as you would say, Matty.
Yeah.
Feasting.
So Dalton Vanderbilt able to get it done, and Dynasty is going to take the 1-point lead with just under 10 minutes to go. And there's Oliver. He's got to fix his gun, and he'll be right back, and we will be right back after this. And we are back here in Tampa Bay Damages pits as Chad Bouchier is getting the full experience over there. And we're going to check out this replay here.
And on this replay, you're going to see Smith come down to the other side of the snake. Spica going to try and come out wide and get shot in front of him by Chad Bouchier. And then Brian Smith, as he's laying down, trying to protect himself, Kyle Spica gets shot and he comes off. Brian Smith decides to turn the corner. But then things did not go his way after that. And here's Dalton Vanderbilt coming from distance. Jason Edwards has no idea he's coming, and he just puts him down and then lives in that Dorito and gets to put in the pressure on Chad Bouchier, who was unable to pull it out. Tampa Bay Damage giving San Diego Dynasty a 2-1 lead with under 10 minutes. So we played 3 points here in about 10 minutes. Game's going, fairly longer.
Yeah,
but action.
Yeah, exactly. Action the whole way through. So longer points, but big dynamic moves being made from these top-level teams here, trying to decide who is going to be the champion at this event.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what Joey Blute expected when he was talking to Lauren in the pregame. On the breakout here, see if there's any bodies coming off. Tyler Harmon gets shot coming down to the snake corner. Dynasty loads up the snake side hard. this point, and they lose Tyler Harmon on the break.
5 on 4 right now in favor of Damage, but field position, as you see on your screen, look at Damage. Committed to their lanes, Maddie.
Yeah, well, they're committed to their lanes, but also they're stuck. There's no one really in making moves down the Dorito side. I mean, yeah, they have a player here, but he's locked in shooting this lane across field. And they're doubling up this back center, and that's a risky proposition over there.
You know, both teams have kind of been in this setup here, you know, for the majority of the points, but, you know, still got to work it out. We got Lauren down there on the sidelines. Lauren, how you doing?
Standing with Dalton Vanderbilt in the Dynasty pit. That was an awesome match for you. You got 4 confirmed kills in that one. What were you thinking when you were behind Dorito 1 on Damage's side?
I figured get to their side is a lot easier to shoot them out on the break.
Awesome. So what's your strategy going to be going into this next point?
Try to get behind them again, I guess.
All right. Well, we'll see what happens. Back to you, Maddie.
Hey, simple, but it works. And that, yeah, exactly. Well, I thought it would be good if I got to their side of the field. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, minor penalty on Damage, and Boussier is going to walk off on the Brown penalty. So Dynasty still has 4 bodies alive to Tampa Bay Damage's 3.
But Daniel Holiday gets shot out of that temple as Oliver Lang tries to come through the middle but gets torn apart by Jason Edwards.
And getting the snake right now. You can see here he comes down the snake.
Alex Frazee on the run through all the way.
Great move, taking him out.
But I think it's just Yosh Rao and Blake Yarber left alive, but that's okay because I think, is Holiday still alive?
No, Holiday got shot out of the temple.
So 1 player left alive for Tampa Bay Damage, and it's our MVP from last year, Jason Edwards. Oh, and he's, going to have to take on Blake Yarber, and I think he just owned Blake Yarber, and it's a rookie Blake Yarber getting taken out, and Yosh Rao going to have to try to play a one-on-one here against Jason Edwards. So talk about battle of the gunfighters, and Yosh Rao trying to get out wide. Is he able to get out there?
Yes, he is right there. Yosh Rao actually is a great one-on-one player.
Yes, but he's going to have Keith Brown coming out of the box in just 1 second here. Keith Brown can come out. It'll be a 2-on-1.
And Brown gets stuck in the net, but then he gets out, and but look at this. Yosh able to take out Jason Edwards, and now it's another one-on-one with Keith Brown.
I said it before, Yosh Rao is one of the best one-on-one players you could ever have in the game, man.
Well, look at that. He just shot the MVP from last year like it was nothing, and then now he's going to have to play a one-on-one, and I got to give, well, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. Now, Yosh Rao has a lot more one-on-one experience than Keith Brown, who's a front player, and now Yosh Rao has to not lose Keith Brown, though, in this situation.
But we talked about this before, Maddie and Todd. It's a 2. If you're up 2-1, you have 6:51 left in the game. What do you do if you're Yosh Rao right now, Todd?
You try and win the second one-on-one in a row. It's really tough, you know, when you put your teammate in this position. But, I mean, to win one-on-one, to win 2 one-on-ones, going to be tough. But Yosh Rao, very capable player. Keith Brown, a very, very talented player as well in Tampa Bay Damage.
Well, but Keith Brown got shot a little early, and Yosh has been rolling his gun this entire chaotic point here. So I don't know if he's going to have as much paint.
I was just going to say that, Maddie. Exactly. But now, do you sit there and just trade out with him? I mean, you're sitting by your flag station. It's 2-1.
Well, no matter what happens, Yosh, yes, trading out with him would be, you know, obviously he wants to win the one-on-one and then send this to a 3-on-1, which would be huge, or 3-2-1, because that would be huge with, now we only have 6 minutes remaining here in this final match.
Yeah, but I mean, Yosh Rao is a very patient, very smart paintball player. I guarantee you he's going to sit there. He's happy to
he got the shot on Brown, and Yosh Rao winning the 2-on-1. Oh my God.
Matt Marshall called that. You called that.
Hey, he has more experience than Brown in those situations. And I mean, how many times over the years have we seen Yosh Rao help Dynasty out by winning 3-on-1s, 2-on-1s, and he just did it again. So,
number 32.
Wow.
Yosh Rao, San Diego Dynasty. Up on the board right there. Number 75 for the event right here. But number 1 in that last point, getting 0.5 kills a game. Good survival rate. Starts half the games, but when he's on the field, they win 63% of the time.
And look at Yosh Rao. Yosh Rao actually is one of the, he's an amazing player. So after the commercial messages, we'll come back and see you guys in 2 seconds.
next season on the roster.
We're looking for a guy that's like on our heels every weekend.
My name is Wesley Ward. I'm 23. I'm from Macon, Georgia.
Scott Kemp, age 26, born and raised in Los Angeles, California.
Attitude thing, man, it's one of those things. Some people like it, some don't.
So completely packed full stands here at the first event of the 2013 PSP season. I'm Matty Marshall alongside Chris Lasoya and Todd Martinez. And my God, Yosh Rao, what an amazing job by him to win a 2-on-1. It was actually a sequence of 1-on-1s. And look at this. Let's check out the replay. And that's Spica getting run down. I'm sorry, Smith getting run down on that dynamic move from Alex Frazier. And that basically started it off. And then Smith unsure if he actually got shot. And there's Yosh Rao, gunfighting maniac, out of that back bunker, man. My God. Able to win 2 consecutive 1-on-1s in a row. And this was the end of the last one as front player Keith Brown, who got a penalty, comes out. I don't know if it's a little bit of instant karma, and he catches one. And look at the frustration. And he knows that he just let his team down right there. But, you know, he's playing one of the best 1-on-1 players ever.
I would definitely agree with that, because I practice getting Yosh Rao every now and then. His 1-on-1 skills are amazing. He switches hands. His first shot is right there.
It's his shot.
His first shot.
It's his vision and his shot.
Amazing.
He's got an amazing ability to gunfight, because that's what he does. That's his business, is gunfighting out of those back bunkers. So it's tough if you're a front guy and you have to go into that 1-on-1 situation with somebody like Yosh Rao. So unfortunately for Keith Brown, not able to get it done. And Dynasty, with 5 minutes and 51 seconds remaining, are 2 points up on Tampa Bay Damage, and they have just, you know, started to extend the vibe that they brought from that come from behind victory to get into this match.
And you know what's funny, Matty, is that, and Todd, is that I mean, it's hard to pick who would be in these finals right now, because every team was playing pretty well the whole tournament.
Well, you know, coming into this event, I felt there was about 8 teams that had a chance to win it, and we're watching 2 of the best here. They earned their spots in this final, and Tampa Bay Damage still losing players off the break, and Dynasty has really found those shots.
Yeah, 4-4 right now. Both teams losing 1 player on the break each.
Yeah, Damage shooting that dye paint, man. Shooting real nice. And here we go.
On your screen right now, Damage right now. You have Timmy Props right there on your screen, doubling up that back can, Matty.
The Edwards brothers in that can over there for Damage. Here comes Kyle Spica. He's going to dive into Snake 2. Jason Edwards bumps out into the Dorito 1 for Damage.
And this is an incredibly important point for Tampa Bay Damage. With only 5 minutes and 10 seconds remaining, they have to score this point right here to keep it close enough to have it, to put themselves in a position to win. 5 minutes remaining, score 3-1. Glenn Takamoto and Brian Smith are dead for both teams.
And you see another Damage at top side of the screen, losing another player right now. And a penalty coming on Damage, Matty.
That was a major penalty. I saw a red flag over there. It looks like it was on Chad Bouchier, and that is detrimental to the chances for Tampa Bay Damage to try to get something done here. Yeah, it is a major penalty, and here comes San Diego Dynasty, gonna be 4-1. And wow, so Dynasty is really close to winning this event here. And what a dramatic turn of events from last year in 2012. They were a mid-level boss all season. Their best event was the very first one, in which they took 3rd place. And we're going to be right back as Greenspan and Spica go reload. Don't go anywhere. We are in Tampa Bay Damages pits right now, and they are pushed to the very limit right here. Unfortunately for them, they have a major penalty. So for the next minute and 49 seconds, they're going to be playing down a body. In case you are unfamiliar with how the penalties work, 1 minute minors, 2 minute majors. Majors stay up on the board the entire time, all 2 minutes. Minors come off if you lose the point. So Tampa Bay Damages is going to play down a body for the next minute and 49 seconds, and that does not look good for them.
No, and honestly, what's really been happening in this game is Dynasty is just shooting bodies off the snake side of the field of damage on the break nearly every game. Daniel Holiday, we haven't even gotten to call his name yet, but maybe this time. And, oh, Daniel Holiday gets bounced going out there. And I think Tyler Harmon got shot going out to the snake corner on the break. Yosh Rao also getting shot off the Dorito side on the break.
Well, that's what Tampa Bay Damage needed to do. They needed to get a couple quick kills and even that body count up and then start pushing forward and try to either take all the time off that penalty, but they need to score the point and do that at the same time, which is a tall order.
Like you said, look at Dynasty on their heels right now. I mean, they lost 2 players in the break, which 3-on-4 situation. You know, there's still 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the penalty, 4-1 in favor of Dynasty, Todd.
Yeah, I mean, Dynasty's got Fragi and Greenspan right there on your screen. Fragi's just locked in, trying to keep anybody from coming down the Dorito side of the field. This is the kind of the lineup that we've seen from Dynasty, getting into that front temple, shooting across the field towards the Doritos. Ryan Greenspan kind of playing both sides. There's Jason Edwards on your screen right there, right now in that tall temple on the Dorito side.
And now you're looking at Dynasty's side of the field. Dalton Vanderbilt, one of the heroes from the game so far, as Dynasty up 3 points here, and that time is starting to tick off. Damage is going to get a body back, which is definitely going to put it into put the body count in their advantage, as Chad Boucher is about to come out of that box in just about 25 seconds.
But what do you do, Todd, right here? If you're Dynasty, if you're sitting in your heels, look at the cross-up. Ryan Greenspan, all those guys just hanging out. What would you do right now, Todd?
Well, I mean, Dynasty's been chopping people up.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Oh, no.
Oh, wow. That's pretty much going to do it. That's it.
That was on Daniel Holiday getting a major penalty in the snake, Maddie.
Yeah, so Holiday gets shot, and then now they get Chad Boucher out. But, oh, wow, Ryan Greenspan, you know, I mean, they still got a shot if they can get this point on the board. I mean, they're exchanging penalty for penalty here. That's not going to help. But if they win this quickly and take it to a 2-point spread with at least 2 minutes left, they give themselves a fighting chance.
You know, it is possible, Todd, to pull this point out right now for Tampa Bay Damage. They need to get this point. It's a 3-point deficit, as we always talk about, that's detrimental to your winning capabilities.
Yeah, Chad Boucher, he's heads up down the snake. Alex Fragi has got help on the sidelines, letting him know where Chad is. But Chad posted up, trying to get a shot on him as Jason Edwards jumps into the LaSoya bunker. He's got Jacob Edwards in the Dorito, and here comes Jason Edwards. He tries to make a move but gets shot up, but Chad Boucher comes down and trades out with Alex Fragi. Jacob Edwards eats up Dalton Vanderbilt in all that confusion, and he is going to run the flag in.
Wow,
so
what
Jacob Edwards finally getting on the field after Keith Brown's penalty and, you know, being effective out here.
Still 101 left on that major penalty, though, Todd and Matt. It's 4-2 right now in favor of San Diego Dynasty. We'll come back right after these messages.
And we are back. Oh, look at that clock. Minute and 49 seconds remaining. 1 minute and 1 second. The score 4-2. That 1 minute and 1 second left on that penalty. Let's check out this replay. And you're looking at Chad Boucher running down Alex Fragi. His burst speed is ridiculous. And he's interesting that we see him over on the snake side. And that's a bit of a change of a position for him, as he's normally been on that D side for years. But running down Alex Frazier and taking him out. So here we go. We have ourselves a 2-point game. And the issue, though, is that Tampa Bay Damage, with Dan Holiday in the box on that major penalty, is that they're going to have to push aggressively into the guns of Dynasty's line and try to put 2 points on the board to take this into an overtime. But that's a tall order. I'm sorry. Like, it's really hard to do, especially when who are they putting out? Dynasty's putting Kyle Spica, Ryan Greenspan, Glenn Takamoto, Oliver Lang. I don't know why Yosh isn't on that lineup right now. If guys are going to aggressively push forward, I want Yosh out there, especially after that dramatic 2 one-on-one in a row victory that he pulled off earlier.
Yeah, Glenn Takamoto and Yosh kind of play the same spot. And Glenn Takamoto has also been playing really, really well, a little bit more mobile. He's in that spot right now as Brian Smith goes straight to Snake 2 on the break and makes it there alive with Timmy Probst right next to him. Daniel Holiday still in the box for Tampa Bay Damage. He'll be out in about 40 seconds.
Brian Smith, like we talked about before, his bursting speed, getting in the Snake on the break, also taken out right there.
And Brown getting shot. Spica dying for Dynasty. Brown dying for Tampa Bay Damage. And also Jason Edwards coming off, so it's not looking good for Tampa Bay Damage as Brown has really struggled so far in this final game. And it's going to be up to Jacob Edwards and Timmy Probst. They are the only players left alive here. No, I'm sorry, Brian Smith.
And I'll tell you, Maddie, I mean, 4-2 against Dynasty. If you go down another point, that's pretty much curtains. But let's see what happens right here. Working it out. Look at the Snake move. He is in total control right there, Maddie.
Yeah, I don't know if they have enough time, man. They need to score this point and another one. There's still 4 Dynasty players that need to get killed. And he just gets
annihilated.
Yeah, eviscerated. Brian Smith taking about a dozen there.
I got it right there.
Before he walks off. And before, now here we go. Tampa Bay Damage is going to lose this game to San Diego Dynasty because Dynasty is going to put that 5th point on the board here. And you might as well, yeah, they're hugging. And congratulations to San Diego Dynasty. I mean, Oliver's going to run it in and score that, but he's getting checked out by the referee, and he's going to hang it with under 10 seconds and dunk it backwards.
And that just shows the patience of San Diego Dynasty. I mean, what a finals game. You couldn't ask for a better game than that, Matty.
Well, it was close to start with right out the break, but then Dynasty quickly seizing the advantage. And why? Because Dalton Vanderbilt decided to giddy up down that Dorito side. But really the story of this final game is that Yosh Rao winning 2 one-on-ones consecutively in a row against Jason Edwards and then against Keith Brown, when Keith Brown came out of the box watching Glenn Takamoto taking the walk triumphant. So, wow, San Diego Dynasty picks up a bunch of new guys. They know that they had really struggled so far, or struggled in the last season. And look, there's a dejected Tampa Bay Damage there's Jacob Edwards right there, and Chad Boucher, and Timmy Probst, and then there's CJ Botsalis. That's the owner of the team right there, and that's about as frustrated of a look as you possibly can get. So close. Tampa Bay Damage, they were the 2011 World Champs, and then last year they had a pretty good season. They did win an event. They won the first event, but then after that weren't able to quite play as well as they wanted to, and then they lost some personnel in the offseason as Dave Baines went to Impact, and so did Justin Rabikoff, and then and then they also lost their coach. But hey, hats off to Damage. They made it all the way to the final matchup, but just too much San Diego Dynasty for Damage. And San Diego Dynasty spilling out on the field. Unbelievable performance by Ryan Greenspan, Tyler Harmon, Yosh Rao, Kyle Spica. So many different players have stepped up on San Diego Dynasty to help them win this event. Unbelievable. So it looks like we have Lauren Kelly on the sidelines with Jason Edwards from Damage. Lauren, what's going on down there?
Hey guys, down on the sidelines with Jason Edwards from Damage. Jason, that was a really tough loss. There were a lot of penalties out there, 3 majors and 1 minor. What was going on?
I mean, basically, I'm guessing our guys didn't feel when they got shot. It wasn't anything crazy where they were running through with hits on them. It was all pack shots, hopper shots. But either way in paintball, if you get penalties, it makes it harder, and we just made it really hard on ourselves.
I know Keith Brown was really fired up back here. He was having kind of a hard time staying on the Dorito side and surviving. What was the problem? Were they just coming really aggressive on the Dorito side?
I don't think it was the fact that they were being aggressive or anything like that on the Dorito side. This is actually Keith's first professional event playing Dorito side. maybe pressure got to him a little bit being a finals match and all, but overall he had a great tournament. So if he has one bad match, he's still playing great in my book.
Absolutely. So what are you guys going to work on and focus on to get that first place next time?
We'll probably go into practices and come out on bounces, stuff like that. Make sure, you're checking yourself or just come out, make it a little easier on ourselves. Hats off to Dynasty, though. They played great. I mean, everything we threw at them, they countered, and every game was close, even though, the ones where they beat us with the penalties. So.
Awesome. Well, you guys did a great job. That was a great match, and hopefully I'll be getting an interview with Dynasty, so talk to you soon.
Yeah, so Dynasty it was across the board. Many players stepping up for them, and yeah, hats off to San Diego Dynasty, and what an amazing opening of this season for them as they take that victory. And as we're winding the day down here, I'd like to thank the referees who have been helping control the action all event long. They spend all day out there. Leon Miller, Justin Bryce, Justin Traub, John McMillerin, Tony Von Ron, Big Z, Matt Jones, Glenn Feibel, Alexander Rant, Anthony Fernandez, Brett Goheen, Carlos Sabelli, Chris Tucci, and Chris Wyatt. So, how do you guys feel about that? What stood out to you in this particular game?
I'll be honest with you. I mean, I think the whole tournament transpired exactly how it should have. I mean, we had no idea, Todd, who was going to win this tournament. I mean, anybody had a chance. With the way they're playing, and they had everything they could, possibly do.
I think Jason Edwards was right in the fact that, they threw whatever they could at San Diego Dynasty, and Dynasty was kind of playing that way the whole event. People weren't making big moves on them. They kind of figured out how to lock up this field. They played really well by going to that first Dorito and locking off the snake side of the field, using the temples on the snake side of the field to really lock off the Dorito side of the field. We saw other teams just really attacking hard, and there really was no answer early, but Dynasty kind of found it about halfway through the tournament and really got big performances out of their big players today. They locked up the field properly, and they had a good event. And Damage, if you get those penalties in the final, it's going to kill you every time. I mean, it's really hard to fight back from 2 majors and a minor, but, I mean, they made it look pretty good. Most other teams probably would have crumbled after that, but, boy, I tell you what, Damage, with all the penalties that they had, they still sure fought hard.
Yeah, they absolutely did. So we're going to have an interview with some of the Dynasty guys here in just a second, but before we do, let's thank our sponsors, the people who make all of this possible. GI Sports Paintball, Empire, as well as DLX and the Lux. Without these sponsors and Die Precision, all these big guys in the industry, none of this happens. So help us, help the sport, Planet Eclipse, and HK Army. Without these people, you would not be able to watch paintball. So again, go to their Facebooks, and most importantly, buy their products. If you see a name out here, or you saw an advertisement on our webcast, those are the companies that really support paintball, and those are the products that you should be buying. So, man, yeah, I think that Kyle Spica could have a really big year. Oliver Lang looks like he's come to play some ball this year. Ryan Greenspan, I can't say enough about him. My God. And in fact, we actually have Ryan Greenspan down on the field with Lauren. Let's check it out.
Hey guys, I'm down here on the sidelines at Cousins Paintball with Ryan Greenspan from our winning team, Dynasty. Yeah. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel great. Everybody's stoked. We're back on top.
You are back on top and well-deserved. Now, what did you expect from Damage coming into this match?
We knew it was going to be a little bit of slower game, but they have their new coach, Skinny Kevin, and we know he likes to throw some little mixes and wrenches in everybody's gears. So we were expecting some snake off the break, but other than that, we watched a bunch of their games, and we kind of planned for a little bit slower of a game, and that's what happened. And they fought pretty hard, and there was definitely, they went up on us that first point, and we blew it. But here we are.
Here you are. So what were you guys talking about in the pit when, they got that point and you knew you had to get the lead?
Just go out there and try. I don't know. We just, a bunch of the guys are constantly trying to watch the games, and it's so hectic in the pit. We only had 9 guys because Brandon broke his hand. So everybody's just constantly trying to get ready, and then we're literally talking about the play as we're going out there, but half the guys want to watch the game. So, we don't get all the cool angles like the webcast does, and there's no screen in there, so we got to stand up against the net and try to watch, but all the same time we got to get ready for the next point. So we're just focusing on, playing some really stand-up paintball.
Obviously, you guys need to celebrate tonight, but you also need to start focusing for the next tournament so you can get another win. What's going to be the most important thing for you to focus on?
We just got to keep the momentum going. We're going to have Brandon Short back. That's great. He's got that broken hand, so we'll be at full strength. But it's the first event, so You know, and this league's tougher than it's ever been with this whole champions and relegated teams and all that stuff. So we got to keep up on our game, and we're not going to really take any breaks. We're going to be traveling around the world and playing more paintball than ever.
Well, you guys are the champions. High five.
All right.
Thanks, guys. Back to you.
Yeah, Ryan Greenspan, hats off to him. He played phenomenal. Really,
he
really
did.
proving he's still one of the best in the game, even at 30 years old. You know, he's been doing this at a high level for a long time. So, yeah, well, Dynasty looks good again, man. Dynasty looks great. So we're just about done here at the first event, the Dallas Open. Dynasty won it. But next up, it's going to be the 2013 PSP Mid-Atlantic Open from the OXCC, Chesapeake City, Maryland. One of the best fields on the East Coast, man. If you're out there, you absolutely have to get to that field and check it out. Yeah, and sign up, go and get in the fight, man. There's tons of affiliate leagues, and there's tons of affiliate leagues all around the world that you can actually go to and play, work yourself into the PSP, and find out more about the league by going to pspevents.com. So we're almost done here. Got some highlights coming at you here for all the action that went down today. So let's get this started. And
these games are just so much like bunkering and lane shooting. There's so many G's on the break, Todd. I mean, it was non-stop paintball all day.
And here's Ronnie Dizon getting ran down on the inside of the field right there by Ryan Moorhead as he comes in before he gets blown up. As Impact was able to knock off Heat this morning before losing to damage. Justin Rabikoff running the flag in. Here's another big move down the inside of the field.
And we saw a lot of those runs down today, Matty.
I think that was Ryan Greenspan, and here's Ryan Greenspan jumping over the snake and getting over the highway when he came over and then back across to bunker Toke Hamill with an aerial burial right before.
Yeah. And here it is from the other angle. Look at this, Ryan Greenspan. Boom.
Oh, wow.
Just sacrificing his body on that one. And
that hurts, though.
Yeah, so Toke Hamill getting run down, and then here is
Stephen Pitts.
Yeah, Stephen Pitts. And
That was
actually,
a
that
great
was where
move.
Ryan, that was the move off of that. So Greenspan had done the move, did the dive in, and then Pitts runs in there, and Ryan actually got a major penalty on that. So let's look at it from the opposite angle. And yeah, you see there, he's actually begging for that penalty, and he gets it.
And next game is Stephen Pitts going to work right down. Next game right here. This is very, very important point. Look at coming down the other highway, down the Dorito side, getting a 2-pack right there. Great.
I think that might have been Colt Roberts.
Yeah, San Antonio X Factor playing Upton 187 crew, and that was an important game because in that game we found out that X Factor is going to be staying in the Champions Division. Upton 187 crew going to have to go to the Challengers Division and fight their way back.
Yeah, that was Scotty Kemp right there, making that move down the Dorito side. Here's Max Trailer getting bunked out
by Archie Montemayor. Man, Archie, look how fast Archie looks this year. Looking pretty solid. And you know, San Antonio X Factor really stepping up in that match and proving they belong with the big boys.
Yeah, there's Archie again, pulling out a 2-on-1 against Upton 187 crew. Win that point for them. Daniel Holiday here in the snake.
Yeah, and Holiday didn't have the best tournaments for him, you know? I've normally,
he had
Justin Cornell making his move.
He had a couple good games, but you're right. He didn't have the stellar tournament that you would expect him to.
Well, he was one of the top 5 players in the world last year. I think he ranked 3rd, actually. So, you know, we expect a lot out of the top 10 guys. And speaking of guys that we expect a lot out of, Justin Rabikoff really reasserting himself as one of the best guys out there this weekend for sure.
He played really, really well. Unfortunately, they didn't make the finals. However, Justin Rabikoff did impress me, I'm not going to lie. Playing back in his spot, though, in the snake.
Yeah, that's where he became paintball famous. And people need to find their comfort zones. They need to get into a groove. And Justin Rabikoff really looked fresh. He looked aggressive and really looked like he wants it this year. And Impact not having the event that they wanted to have, but they made it pretty far. You know, it's the first event that this new roster has gone out there and performed at an actual tournament, though they've got a bunch of practices in. But still, Impact's going to be one of the contenders this year. And then there's Ryan Greenspan. Again, this is against Infamous.
Yeah, that's AJ Trillett coming down and didn't get a shot on Ryan Greenspan. Crafty move right there. Helps when you have your sideline coach right next to you yelling, "He's coming!"
Ryan Greenspan pops up real quick, but it's hard. You know, usually you trade out in those situations. Ryan Greenspan does a good job of saving his own life, shooting out A.J. Trillett. I mean, Ryan was just a thorn in everybody's side from that snake, you know, and there's Kyle Spica running down Kevin Rudolph, and Kevin Rudolph getting a major.
And that was the one that sealed the deal for him. That was the difference in the game right there, because that was towards the end of the match, and they'll have to give it up to Callie, because Callie played great pretty much the entire event. Really, that penalty was bad for them.
Yeah, they definitely. It was a changing of the tides.
Well, it was a momentum killer for sure.
Yeah, momentum, exactly.
And then here we go, Ryan Greenspan. He gets eaten up. This was that last play. This is the most exciting match, or sorry, exciting point of the tournament. Oliver Lang comes through as, you know, it was Ryan Greenspan and then Spica hanging that flag as Tyler Harmon had flown through the center of the field. I'm hoping this is the same shot from the other side of the field.
I think it is. I think it is the opposite side of the field. There.
Yeah, because look at this. There's Tyler Harmon. So on the stunt, pauses right there, and then runs through. Coming off. I'm not sure if this was the same
here's
point.
Nicky Cuban. This is the angle that I wanted to see.
Yeah, this is the angle I want to see too. Look at this dive right here. Wow. Was he able to get that shot? He was. He shot him on the dive.
I think he did actually, Matty.
My God, he actually shot him on the dive, and then Oliver trying to go and then clean it out, and Spica just smartly running and grabbing that flag, and that was the difference. And then Kyle Spica, triumphant, sending his team to the finals where they ended up winning the tournament. And Kyle Spica should be proud of himself. He was hot and cold last year for the Ironman, and then ended up leaving the Ironman to come to Dynasty, and ended up having a really big event for them.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? You were 100% right, because I spoke about it last week. And here's Division 4. I think Division 4, right, Matty?
Yeah, this was Division 4. This was Houston Zone taking on CFP Static, and Static ended up winning that.
These guys are, you know what? I was impressed by these guys, Matty. It was amazing. I mean, the Division 4, Division 3, Division 2, Matty, like we talked about, the professionalism, the way they play, I was very, very impressed. There's very a fine line between 4-3-2 and pro. There really is.
Well, the thing is the cool thing about the divisional leagues is that there's so many different divisions that you can play in. And any skill level, any size, any age, you know, we saw John Smith Sr. out there from CFP balling it up, running up to the center. I'm not sure how old he is, but
yeah,
he's getting up there a little bit.
Yeah, and he's been in all those games. Every time we've called a CFP game, John Smith has been in those games.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I love seeing that. Such a nice family that runs Central Florida Paintball as well.
Yeah, there's Shane Howe on your screen right there, as he put in some work for Sacramento Damage, who was able to beat Boom in the D1 finals.
Yeah,
put in some work. Boom.
You know what? I really, Matty, I really enjoy watching these guys play. These guys play really well. They play strong, great shooting on the break. I mean, like I said, very, very fine line, Matty and Todd, between Division 4, 3, 2, and 1. You can see the escalation. However, I mean, these guys are still at top of their game right now.
Yeah, there's Keith Brown right there, getting shot and walking off the field. It's such a stellar tournament for Keith Brown.
He
just
played great.
Unfortunately, not able to have a good game there in the finals. And here's Ryan Greenspan getting kills across the field. You see the ref calling players out. Really worked that snake well, San Diego Dynasty. Here is Brian Smith.
And Brian Smith, we talked about him all weekend, Matty. Brian Smith actually coming out of retirement, so to speak, and just coming back in and impressing the heck out of all of us, Matty.
Oh, you know, well, that's the thing about Smith, man, is that Smith is a unique talent, and there's not a lot of guys that can play at that level. So it doesn't surprise me that he was able to come back this year and immediately get into the upper echelon. And talk about upper echelon, Yosh Rao winning 2 one-on-ones in a row, and that was masterful, and that was one of the big reasons, as you see Keith Brown stomping his feet into the ground and Yosh Rao triumphant, man. Wow. It's just one of those things that how Yosh is constantly able to pull those sorts of plays off over the years is just, it's quite amazing. And that's one of the reasons that Dynasty's so good, because they have the voice of reason. They have that solid back guy, Yosh Rao, in the back. So we're making our way through the day here, and it looks like we are going to have the award ceremony down there with Lauren Kelly and the victors, I believe, of D4. Let's check it out.
I am here on the awards podium with Boom. They got second place for D1 Race to 5, correct?
Yep.
All right, this truck looks pretty big. That's pretty nice. How excited are you guys?
It's a good start to the season, and I want to give a huge thank you to Planet Eclipse, GI Sports, Raza, Virtue, and Rennick at the Badlands and BBT.
Awesome. What was your favorite part of the weekend? It was a great event, right?
Yeah, just watching these guys play their first D1 event and having them take second place was amazing.
That is amazing. Congratulations, guys. Celebrate. Let's hear a little excitement.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, perfect. You're done. Good.
Thank you.
Want to catch the best paintball videos on the web? Then tune in to paintballaccess.com. Fill your mind with compelling articles, player stats, and the best interviews in the business. And this season, paintballaccess.com has become even hotter with exclusive videos from the CXPL. The CXPL is easily Canada's largest tournament, featuring real X-ball with 15 balls per second and 25-minute halves. Drop by paintballaccess.com for exclusive footage from Canada's hottest tournament.
Up on the podium now. They got second place in D2 Race to 5. How do you guys feel?
We'd like first, but this is a new team with a lot of new guys, but it's a legacy of a long-standing program from Birmingham, Alabama. So this is a great place to build from.
Second place at the first event is not bad, but what are you guys going to work on to get first next time?
Really just tightening up as a team. We played a great team. They were outlaning us, outgun fought us a couple times. Better communication for sure.
All right, and anyone you want to thank?
Oh yeah, I'd like to thank all the teammates that aren't here. Coach Mike Bianca. Who isn't here, guys?
Reed,
Derek. Yeah, Reed Allen, Derek Williams, Spencer Lloyd, Nolan Osvas, young Nolan. Watch out for him on the webcast in the future for sure.
15.
And Evan Manners.
All right, well, congratulations, guys. Celebrate tonight. Second is great.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Are you ready to be a national champion? Don't miss the NCPA High School National Championships this April and your chance to be televised on CBS Sports Network. Any eligible team can enter to compete at the national championships, but the NCPA is also hosting 7 regional championship events nationwide. Win regionals, and the NCPA will pay your entry, paint, and travel expenses to the nationals. All the information you need is at highschoolpaintball.com, but we also asked one of last year's teams to explain how to make it happen.
Break this down for me. If you win your region, then the NCPA pays for you guys to come here, essentially, right?
Right, essentially, yeah. We pay for our airfare to get here after winning regionals, and then when we get here, we get reimbursed a certain amount of money. We're getting reimbursed $1,500 because we came all the way from California, so it was a ways.
So it makes it a little bit easier on the pocketbook.
It's the only way we were able to do it.
That's awesome.
We wouldn't have been able to do it without the money, for sure.
Cool.
Don't miss the NCPA National Championships April 19th through the 21st at Central Florida Paintball in Lakeland, Florida. Sign up now at ncapaintball.com.
Dallas Jets up on the podium right now. You guys got second place in D3 Race to 4. Are you excited? How do you feel?
Yeah, we're pretty excited. You know, we practiced hard to come out to this event. You know, we went undefeated until that last finals match, and we weren't able to come up with it. You know, everything was working for them, and there was little that was working for us. So we just gotta, you know, work hard till the next one, and we'll come back out and give a good show.
What wasn't working for you guys out there?
You know, I mean, there was a little bit of a longer break for us in between everything that we played this morning leading into the actual finals game. But as far as that match, you know, our lanes, you know, their lanes were on. Ours weren't as much as they had been all day. So it was a little tough, and we didn't adjust. You know, we didn't adjust to what they were throwing up the center, and it kind of came back and bit us in the butt. So.
Well, second at the first event is still really good. Is there anyone you want to thank?
Absolutely, yeah. No, I'm extremely pleased with second place and the guys on the Jets. We'd also like to thank Ryan Gray with Avid Extreme Sports for really helping us out this year. Valken Paintball for getting us ready for this tournament, even though they couldn't be here. And then Dye Paintball for giving us the paint that we needed to shoot through this event, you know, at the PSP. So that's about it.
All right, well, awesome. Great job, guys. We'll see you at the second event.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. AC402. They are from D2 Race to 5, and you guys got first place. That's correct. Awesome. How are you feeling?
Whoa.
It sounds like you lost your voice there a little bit.
Just a little bit.
How was the entire event that PSP put on here?
The event was amazing. Thanks to not only the PSP, but Cousins Paintball Dallas for a super venue. I'd like to also thank GI Sports, Exalt Paintball, the Imperial program with GI Sports, Cousins Paintball, Fort Paintball, CJ's Paintball, and Kickin' Paintball Park.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. How are you guys going to celebrate?
I think we're going to go eat In-N-Out.
Nice. In-N-Out. I could use some of that, too. Yeah. Well, congratulations. Go ahead. Get your champagne bottle going. Thanks, guys. Congratulations. Oh, there you go.
JT Splatmaster is here to get you in the game.
Target up top.
It accurately shoots up to 100+ feet with awesome ammo that splats when it hits. And the JT Splatmaster has intense pump action.
I got the play, yeah!
Did you crush my begonias?
JT Splatmaster, get in the game. You can look for the JT Splatmaster in the sporting goods section at these fine retailers or at jtsplatmaster.com. For ages 9 and up, must be 18 or older to purchase. Adult supervision required. JT Splatmaster and accessories sold separately. Optics goggles must be worn at all times.
are massive opportunities, both for the sport of paintball and for your business, if we are successful in taking our sport to another level. Unite with Paintball Access in our quest to elevate paintball and broadcast it to the world. There are advertising packages available for any size business. Join us. Advertise with PBA and help us change the sport for the better, forever.
Hey guys, I have Sacramento DMG up here on the awards podium. They got first place for D1 Race to 5. That's awesome, guys. Oh, premature. How are you guys feeling?
That's how things go with our team, I guess. We're feeling really good, actually. What a good way to start the season.
Definitely. What did you think of this? Okay, gosh, not me. What did you guys think of this entire event that PSP put on?
Oh, it's amazing. I'm always, you know,
You're dripping.
a little bit on you. It always is awesome to see this many people and out supporting paintball. I just want it to grow and, you know, be the sport that it can be. So, I'm just excited.
Awesome. So, anyone you want to thank?
Dave Baines, Impact for helping us out. All the people that pitted for us. PB Rack, Bart, yeah, definitely Bart. All my teammates grinding with me all week, all month. Our pit crews again. I think I said that. Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully we see you.
And deep back home. You're the shit.
We're not allowed to say that word, but I'll let it slide this time. Congratulations, guys. Hopefully we see you on the podium again.
We'll be back. Thank you.
With Impact, what makes the Virtue Spire the best loader in paintball? The Spire is smaller, lighter, holds more paint, easier to use, easier to take apart, easier to change back and forth from a lid to a speed feed, and most importantly, never jams. Find out more at virtuespire.com.
While you are sitting at home, like a Texas, Storm, Blue, and Houston Heat are here in Dallas, wearing Raza.
All right, so it looks like we have our second place finishers, Tampa Bay Damage, and they're going to be down with Lauren on the podium, and they played pretty great here, but just not good enough to take down Dynasty. But however, they need to stay confident throughout the year. They have a great lineup, they have a great new coach, and they played some great paintball at this event, boys, you know?
I've seen a lot of great paintball this weekend from everybody. I mean, first, second, third, it's right down to anybody. The CEP, I mean, everything is great. Let's go out to Lauren and see right now what she has for damage.
Hey guys, we are up here on the podium. I don't think this team needs much introduction, but they are Damage. You guys won second place. I know you're a little frustrated in the pits there, but how are you feeling now?
We're feeling all right. We need to obviously fix some things going on to our next event, but we're feeling pretty good.
What things do you need to fix?
Just communication, not getting any penalties, stuff like that.
Do you think it was the field layout that made communication so difficult?
Not really. We just got a little bit off our game and a little too much emotion going through us. So.
All right. Well, anyone you want to thank?
I'd like to thank Di, Raza, Protex, and Virtue.
All right. What are you guys going to do to celebrate? You got to celebrate. Come on. You played hard.
Try to catch our flights.
All right. I'll let you go then. Congratulations, guys. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
All right, so our champions are sitting on the podium with Lauren Kelly, and hats off to San Diego Dynasty, who are back on top, and they didn't take much time here in 2013 to make that happen. Let's check it out.
Not yet, when the camera starts.
Don't worry,
Hey guys, here we are with the champions of this weekend. I'm gonna let you guys introduce yourselves.
DYNAST!
How are you guys feeling?
We're feeling great. We worked really hard for this event. We had some crucial pickups. They're actually standing right here. It's both of their first PSP wins. And we're super happy to have them on the team. Our coach, Rusty, did a great job. It's great competition out here. Tampa Bay Damage played great. The refs, they were great. They're always working hard. And our sponsors were awesome. Wasp on your neck. HK Army, Eclipse, they supplied us with the best stuff. They gave us what we needed to win, and we couldn't be happier.
What did you guys think of the field layout this time around?
The field layout was great. I mean, they're always great. You just got to figure out how to play them, you know. And we just figured all-out attack.
And what about this entire weekend that PSP put on?
It's been great. The PSP did a good job out here. It was a huge event. There was a lot of people watching. The crowd was into it. The webcast was great. Thank you, PSP. Thank you, HK Army. Thank you, baby. Eclipse. Let's go. HK runs the world.
Congratulations, guys.
Let's go.
Thanks, guys.
Our check's no good anymore. Eat it, suckers!
The rest of the events coming at you for the 2013 season. The event number 2, it's going to be at OXCC Paintball Park in Chesapeake City, Maryland. That is such a great field, one of the best fields on the East Coast, and that is May 3rd through the 5th, Cinco de Mayo weekend. Event number 3 is going to be coming at you from CPX Challenge Park Extreme, and that's a little outside of Chicago in Joliet, man. Such an amazing park there as well, and that's June 20th through the 23rd. And event number 4, August 16th through the 18th. The details on that location will be coming soon. And then, of course, book it early, man. You got to get to the World Cup. Biggest event of the year, PSP World Cup, October 17th through the 20th at the Fantasia Flight, a little outside of Orlando, Florida. Go to pspevents.com for more information. And what an amazing tournament that we had here. Hats off to all the teams and the players that competed in this sold-out event, first event here in Dallas. And I'm Matty Marshall on behalf of all of our broadcast crew, Todd Martinez, Chris Lasoya, Lauren Kelly. We will see you guys at OXCC in Chesapeake City in just about 6 weeks. Thank you guys for tuning in.